Good day. I'm Amrit Sanjeev from the Android Developer Relations team, and here are my colleagues that will be joining me for today's session.
Namaste, I'm Sagar, Android Developer Relations Engineer.
Hello, selamat siang. I am Angie Sasmita, also Developer Relations Engineer for Android.
Hello, I am Ryosuke. I am another Android Developer Relations Engineer.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to Google I/O Roadshow 2022 from Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and India. It's fantastic to be here to talk to you about all the amazing things that we can build together and reach billions of users around the world. Before we begin, I just want to share a personal note to everyone here. I hope you and your loved ones are safe. I know it's been a difficult period over the last 2 years, and I hope everybody and your families are safe and healthy. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. During the event, please don't record or share any of this content on social networks. If you have any questions, please type in the Q&A box at the side of your screen or log on to slido.com with the event code #AskAndroid that you see on the slide. We'll have 2 Q&A sessions, but please do feel free to add your questions anytime. Finally, we do love to hear what you think about the event, so please let us know your feedback. Recently at Google I/O, we covered a number of ways Android helps you make the most of this opportunity and how modern Android development brings as much commonality as possible to make it faster and easier for you to create experiences that tailor to all the different screens we use in our daily lives, from Jetpack Compose to tablet to Wear OS and of course Android 13. Next up, we have Sagar, who will take you through what's new in Android 13 and Jetpack. Over to you, Sagar.
Thanks, Amrit, for the great introduction. In case you missed the announcement, let's recap quickly. Android 13 Beta 2 is now live. Android 13 focuses on building a responsible and high-quality platforms for all by providing a safer environment on the device and more controls to the user. It provides APIs that extend beyond the phone to all forms of computing devices like wearables, tablets, and foldables, and makes all devices work better together. Get your apps ready for the latest features for privacy and security, like the new notification permission, the privacy protecting photo picker, improved permissions for pairing with nearby devices and accessing media files. Enhance your app with the features like app-specific language support and themed icons. To provide a better navigation experience for user, Android 13 introduces a predictive back gesture. With this feature, users can preview the destination or other results before they fully complete the back gesture. This helps users to decide whether to continue or stay in the current view. Android 13 comes with dozens of new security and privacy improvements. Paying attention to data access, choosing privacy-centric alternatives, and limiting access to user data are 3 principles that guide our design. And we hope these principles will guide your designs too. For fine-grained controller permissions, a new permission is introduced for posting notification. It also brings a brand new photo picker, which lets user select media files without granting access to entire media library. Users can now stop the foreground services from the notification drawer regardless of the target SDK version using foreground services task manager. The task manager displays a list of apps labeled as active apps that are currently running a foreground service. Next to each app, there is a stop button, which stops the entire app. We heard the invaluable feedback you had on how to improve the developer experience. The significant updates were announced in Jetpack libraries, from update to existing libraries to introducing brand new libraries. Jetpack libraries help you implement our opinionated guideline and handle the backward compatibility. One major aspect of these opinionated libraries is focused on application architecture, where we have updates for room, paging tree, and navigation libraries, including compose support by enabling composables as destinations in your app. We have also been hard at work putting together libraries to help developers assess and improve the performance of their apps. This includes the JankStat baseline profiles macro benchmark, and tracing libraries. That's all I have for Jetpack for now. Over to you, Angie.
Thanks, Sagar, for the great insight on Android 13 and Jetpack libraries. Let's move on to Compose, which has been stable since July last year. It launched with a full set of UI components that allow you to build UI in a modern and declarative way. We now have released Compose 1.2 beta. Starting with Compose 1.2, embedding a scrolling composable in coordinator layout is much smoother, and things like collapsing toolbar are easy to set up. You can also use downloadable fonts just like with views. You can express your brand at its best while taking advantage of shared font caches and dynamic font resolution. We also updated our tools in Android Studio to support Compose development, which include Live Edit, Recomposition debugging, and Compose animation preview. Compose for WebOS is now in beta. This means it's feature complete for 1.0 and has what you need to build production-ready app. Since developer preview, we have added navigations, scaling lazy list, gesture support, and much more. Compose for WebOS shares all the principles and basic components with Jetpack Compose, although it also has unique components that are optimized for the watch experience. It also offers a rich set of UI components that are already compliant with material design for WebOS. We also just announced the launch of Android Health Connect by Android, which allows apps to store health and fitness data on the user's mobile device. Developers can use health services to collect real-time sensor data and store that data in Health Connect. That allows apps to share data with one another and gives you a single on-device to store your data app might collect from multiple sources. We are going big on large screens. With Android, we are building a single app that can run on multiple form factors such as tablets, foldables, and even Chrome OS. To do so, we are taking you from design to implementation stage of large screens. As a design guideline, we provide you with canonical layouts, which is a series of adaptive layouts that serve as starting points for design and implementation of large screen app optimizations. They are list detailed, supporting panel, and free. To implement various screen classes easily, Jetpack libraries provide Window Manager 1.1, which is APIs to provide predefined window size classes which you can use to adapt your UI according to available space.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Before we kickstart the event, I would like to take a moment to celebrate with you some cool works that you, the developers in our region, have achieved. For example, large screen optimization by Canva, improved startup time by Zomato app, the performance boost by the Geo app. As we look back in the last 2 years, it's been an incredibly exciting yet challenging times for the app industry. I think all of you here are the shining example of amazing creativity, resilience, and innovation as part of your mission to build high-quality Android apps for everyone.
With that, I'm excited to kickstart the event today. We want to emphasize that the topics discussed at the event today are meant to be food for thought and hopefully will inspire and help you generate more ideas in your areas of work. We look forward to all your questions and feedback in this event. Please share them using slido.com with the event code #AskAndroid.